Reports indicate that former two-time NBA Coach of the Year Mike D'Antoni could very well be headed to the Charlotte Hornets to become the head coach of that up-and-coming team that is anchored by that very bad man in LaMelo Ball. Mike D'Antoni, for those of you who don't know or might not remember, was the innovator for those Phoenix Suns team with Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire in the 2000s. He won Coach of the Year then. Since then, he's won 672 games in his career, 2 decades in the business, coached in Denver, coached in Phoenix, coached New York, coached in LA, coached in Houston, has gone to multiple conference championships. He has not, as of yet, captured that very, very elusive NBA Finals trophy, but a move to the Charlotte Hornets could very well do that with the right pieces and the right amount of time and care given to this offense. Let me explain why. First, let's explain where D'Antoni has been. He was formerly on the Lakers staff, and then he spent some time in New Orleans, where former Lakers obviously were thriving, on Willie Green's staff down there. This potential coaching vacancy or this hire could very well reunite him with Mitch Kupchak in Charlotte. We'll talk about that as well. But if you're telling me that there's a guy out there who can help innovate, who can uplift this very talented team led by this insanely gifted, talented, elite player in LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is going to be the next star of the league, or one of the next top 3 stars of this league over the next 10 years. He's got everything it takes to win, especially the way the league is currently constructed. And if you take Mike D'Antoni and put him, or put Mike D'Antoni's scheme and all that in with the talent that LaMelo Ball has and the talent that this team has. It's not just LaMelo Ball. It's a team of really talented young guys who all are hungry, especially coming off this last year. They got a taste of what it might feel like to be in the playoffs with the play-in tournament. They obviously were not able to get over the Hawks. But that you tell me that's 7 seconds or less offense, or a variation of that, because you obviously, I don't know, you can't replicate that. You cannot replicate that. But the talent with LaMelo Ball being that anchor, we know that Mike D'Antoni, when he has a really good young point guard or a very elite point guard, he does well. He does very well, and I think LaMelo Ball is the perfect type of player, because it's not going to be excuse me. It's not going to be a similar dynamic as there was in Houston, where there was a little bit of infighting. There was, thoughts about who was and wasn't the top piece in that offense. We know exactly who the top piece in this offense is going to be. It's going to be LaMelo Ball. The only question is Mike D'Antoni going to be able to be the one to get the most out of LaMelo Ball? I think the answer to that is yes. Say what we want about Mike D'Antoni, wherever this man has gone, at least in the short term, there has been a certain level of success that team or those players were better for. I outside of the Lakers, when he was the head coach there, outside of that situation, and even then you could count. I mean, we're not going to get into that, but outside of that situation, Mike D'Antoni has been more than what you bargained for, or more than what I think people thought he had in him, especially with his last run, the Rockets. I think that proved to a lot of people that he still has what it takes to coach. And look, he's been sitting on the sidelines. He's been an assistant. He's done the right things. And we're talking about elevating a piece, elevating a player, elevating a team into prominence, elevating a team into notoriety, elevating a team's play to that next level. I think Mike D'Antoni, in the short term, will be that answer. Is he going to be the guy who brings a ring or brings a title to Charlotte? Very, very, very much too soon to say. But can he be that guy, and can he be the guy who at least kicks that process off in the development and the ascension, I should say, of LaMelo Ball in this team? Yes. I think it starts with this. You make this move, and then you take it from there. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.